Now, our nightcap that we're going to talk about here last game, and I threw this in here because I don't know, I just wanted to. Kansas and UCF. We have Big 12 on Big 12 action here. Kansas is a 3.5 point favorite on the road. Um, Listen, this is one of those games that if you want an opportunity at the end of the year to be that second seed in the Big 12 championship, you got to win these games, man. Both these teams only have one loss in conference play. Now Kansas does have two losses overall, but only one in conference play. So this is one of those to keep your season alive in conference play, and you got to have it for both of these teams. Chase, which way you leaning here?
Yeah, man. I was actually a really big Kansas guy to open the season. Jaden Daniels is back, one of the most senior quarterbacks in the entire nation, who's ready to go. He's healthy. That was a big thing we talked about, kind of like Utah and Cam Rising, is like if Jaden Daniels is healthy, this Kansas team can go. And now I'm looking back at it in the last couple of years. I remember saying, man, Lance Leopold could really take this SEC job and just take them to new heights. And I feel like a fool, just a big fool. You've given away 2 games this season. You were handling, I'm talking about handling Missouri. You were drinking it over there. You know what I'm saying? You were absolutely handling the Tigers. And then you gave it away, lost by 11. Gave it away, lost by 11. And then, as our friend of McGlovin, if you're watching, shout out to you, buddy. I know you kind of went through all the emotions of grief and denial the other day. But Cincinnati, 4th and 10, ran a man coverage, and then boop, Kansas ran man coverage on 4th and 10 the other day, and Cincinnati threw the ball for a touchdown and ended up winning that game and losing that. So you gave away 2 games essentially this year. Sure, you beat West Virginia and Rich Rod, but who cares? Rich Rod hasn't been relevant since what, 04? Doesn't even matter. So I don't know why we even care about that game. But Kansas, it's really let me down. And Scott Frost in his second tenure with UCF, I think, has really started putting some things together. Pretty good win over North Carolina, a good Power 4 win there. Lost by a couple of touchdowns in Kansas State, but Kansas State is usually that top 3 Big 12 team. So that's okay. You're still in your infancy years of being in the Big 12 member for UCF. So I'm not too mad about it. But overall, I'm going UCF. You get them at the bounce house, you bring them home. I'm going to go UCF here because I'm tired of picking Kansas and them just to say, you know what, we can win. We're going to show you we can win, and then absolutely just poop everywhere all over the bed. Just feel it with Brown. So I'm going to take UCF at home. Give me Scott Frost to the Knights.
Yeah, Chase, you're jumping off Kansas a little too early. I don't care that UCF beat North Carolina. They're trash. They're terrible. And Freddie, remind me again, Army beat Kansas State, did they not?
Yes.
And that's his only win of the season, is it not?
Maybe.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Getting pounced by Kansas State as hard as UCF did was a terrible look. That was really bad for the Golden Knights. I think Kansas is actually a really good team. They lost to a top 20 Eli Drinkwitz Missouri team that's going to win 8-9 games again this year. That's just where they are under Drake. I know you can't stand him, Chase, but he has Missouri as a competitive football program. They'll always be competitive as long as he's their coach. And then the loss to Cincinnati, that one stings. You gave that one away. You really felt could have won that one. But I think they bounce back in this one in the bounce house, humble UCF, and get their first big win, or I guess second big win inside of conference play.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas as well. I think their offense is way too explosive. Chase, as you mentioned, Jaylon Daniels is an unbelievable talent when he's healthy, and it's awesome to be able to see him so far this year. Put up 400 yards a game, 4 touchdowns, like it's nothing. Talk about video game numbers. But UCF's defense is trash, and because of that, I think this is going to be a name your score type game for Kansas and Jaylon Daniels. He's probably going to have 400 yards again. I would not be surprised if he had 4 touchdowns. So give me Kansas to win. I think their defense steps up here and actually plays a decent game against UCF. It's just not working down there for them. In Kansas, man, I'm right there with you, Chase. I was super excited for Kansas this year. Kansas State as well. Like both the Kansas schools, I really, really was super excited about them. but so far been disappointing. Guys, that has been our week 6 predictions. I don't know how many games that was, but that was a ton. So be sure to subscribe while you're here. Like the video and send to your friends. And we will be back in action. We post videos, 6-7 videos a week, every single week of the college football season. So we love you. We thank you. I'm Freddie, been joined by Quinn and Chase, and we will see you guys next time.